Sure, it will be easier for you to shop the Pike Place Market and get to the waterfront thanks to a $73 million expansion. The city just approved it today. A promotional video shows what the market will look like after the expansion. A parking lot becomes a promenade to the waterfront. Asphalt becomes new modern space for vendors. Current vendors are excited for the changes.
The market is unusual, fun, strange, funky, and no matter how new the building is, we will make it fit the market spirit.
300 new parking spaces will also be added underground. Nothing will change with the current buildings, some of which are over 100 years.
And how it'll make it easier for you to park.
To Seattle's Pike Place Market, the city has now approved a $73 million project that will make it easier for you to shop and get to the waterfront. KIRO 7's Essex Porter got a look at the plans, and he tells us it's about adding something new, not changing what's old and what makes the market the market.
The expansion begins at the part of the Pike Place Market where the Joe Desimone Bridge hangs over Western Avenue. It's supposed to be a gateway to the waterfront, but tourists can have a hard time figuring that out.
We were confused. We thought it was on the waterfront.
People who do figure it out have to deal with a steep set of stairs. But a promotional video shows what things look like before and after the $73 million expansion. What's now a parking lot becomes a promenade to the waterfront. The area goes from asphalt to new space for vendors. And while you can't see them in the drawings, there will be 300 new underground parking spaces.
When they get the viaduct down, then they'll open that into a big, huge park area down there. It's really going to make it nice.
The market will be 108 years old this year, and nothing will change with the current buildings. Rob DeArc has sold puppets here for more than a decade, so we asked if the new modern buildings will fit in.
The market is unusual, fun, strange, funky, and no matter how new the building is, we will make it fit the market spirit.
Essex Porter, KIRO 7 Eyewitness News.
The $73 million will come from various sources, including money from the state to replace the parking that used to be under the viaduct.
The $34 million project would connect the market to downtown and the waterfront. It would open up new stalls for vendors, more parking, and new apartments for low-income seniors. Now, even though it would change the look of the market, some of the vendors that we talked to today, they're excited about this plan.
It's going to look a little different, but people don't come down for the architecture. They come down for us. And if the market has us in it, it's going to still be the market. It's just going to be more of it.
Interesting point. Well, construction could start as early as May and should wrap up late next year.
We're working
on the most well-known landmarks.
The difference is coming to Pike Place Market and how the vendors say they will cope with change.
Buckle up, Seattle.
Market. It's going to be funky. It's always been funky. It'll continue to be funky. It's just going to be funky and fun in a different way.
Thanks for staying with us this second half hour. Big changes are set to be coming to Pike Place Market.
City Council tomorrow is expected to vote and approve $34 million of taxpayer money for expansion. That money would go towards the $73 million tab for the project. It would provide more space for new shops, an underground parking garage, and senior housing. Some of the vendors we spoke to say they are excited about the change.
We'll adapt, you know. If the place is too clean, it'll turn into a gum wall. If the lines are too straight, somebody will put in a mural. It's the market.
We found the character of the market. The plan would tear up a parking lot that currently sits below the market, right across from Western Avenue. Construction could start as soon
To Puget Sound. King 5's Gary Chittum is live at Pike Place Market, where vendors are pretty happy with the news, Gary.
Yeah, this is good news for the merchants because, look, this is the best place to get a view right now, which is the end of the Desimone Bridge through the big glass there, but it's pretty limiting. Under this expansion, the vendors will have more room, the customers will have more room to enjoy this view, and as you said, it will establish a long-lost link back to the waterfront.
Visitors enjoy the amazing sights of Pike Place, all the colorful and tasty shops that line it. But when they want to get a really good view of Puget Sound, the glass wall on the old Desimone Bridge is about the best they can do. And even from here, it's hard to find a way to get to the water.
I couldn't tell you. There's a busy road right there, but I don't know.
The Alaskan Way Viaduct changed and reduced sweeping access to the port to a few narrow and steep walkways.
Well, when I've seen kids and elderly people going up those those steps. I've been nervous for them myself, but it's a nicer way when people are here and they're traveling and they're visiting and they don't know everything about the market. They're confused.
We got a little lost a couple times. We're just exploring.
The market has been exploring too, looking for ways to reestablish access to the water. That connection was partially lost in 1974 when the old municipal market burned down. So now, the site of the old market, which is now a parking lot, will become a sweeping plaza.
If they can maintain the structure of the historical nature of the market and just bring it down toward the waterfront, I think it'll be fabulous.
When this project's completed, you'll be able to walk out a set of double doors, out onto a generous plaza, all the way out to the railing, overlook the beautiful view from this vantage point, and then ultimately, once the viaduct is torn down, walk directly down to the aquarium and the new Seattle waterfront.
Maintain that by law, so every design they come up with has to be approved by those people. And again, this is not just the City Council doing this with their $34 million they approved today. The whole project is $90 million. The rest has to be done through fundraisers and other sources. Reporting live in Seattle, Gary Chittum, King 5 News.
Thank you, Gary.